Welcome, Aquarius. This is your reading for December the 24th, 2018 to January the 6th, 2019. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you, truly, for all of the support, the love, the wonderful energy that you send my way each and every day. Now, we actually stepped into this energy on the 22nd of December with the full moon at 0 degrees of Cancer. And over the next several weeks, we will be letting go of energy, endings, healing. A spirituality for you in particular is going to be extremely strong. You know, the little coincidences happening in your life, things just coming together with unexplained results. You get that spidey sense, I call it. Your intuition is telling you one thing, and you listen to it, and you're like, "Wow, am I ever glad I listened to myself?" Listen to that little voice inside. So we're not going to really be stepping into any kind of new energy here or starting new projects, or for the most part, it's about endings and healing and closure. And for you in particular, it has a lot to do with spirituality as well. And we're going to be moving through the next couple of weeks till we get to January the 5th, which is the solar eclipse. So usually, you know, I've been doing the YouTube videos here for 5 years now, I think. And usually we're making resolutions New Year's Eve, and the energy is saying it ain't going to stick. And it usually doesn't. But this year, the stars are aligning, the planets are aligning to help us, to support us in moving forward in ways that we want to move forward. So it's a beautiful energy to say goodbye to 2018 and a beautiful energy to step into 2019. So we're leaving the 11 energy and we are stepping into the 3 energy. So let's turn to the cards. Now, January the 1st is also a biggie for you, for everybody. January the 1st, I think it's powerhouse. We have at 11 degrees, we have the Sun and Saturn actually sitting in your 12th house, right? And that's where the eclipse is going to be as well, but at 15 degrees, not the 11 degrees, so a couple of degrees off. So the moon will cross over that energy, and then it'll be the new moon. So it is connected, right? Very closely connected, in fact. We also have Jupiter at 11 degrees, making a semi-sextile to the Sun and Saturn. So it's really defining our rules, our beliefs, our values, and the expansion of where we want to expand maybe our spirituality. It could be also things that don't belong in our life, and we are putting closure on it, completion on it, in order to bring in abundance and happiness too. So it's probably going to be a very transformative couple of weeks for you. Moving into the new year, absolutely. We have Venus at 24 degrees of Scorpio, and we'll have the moon at 24 degrees of Scorpio on January the 1st. So our passions, our emotion is just going to be so intense on that day of, you know, we really, really, really want it. Like it's like, you know, burning hot, gotta have, or it's ice cold, say no. There is no in between. There's no middle ground. It's extremes in what we are thinking and what we are feeling, which is really going to lead the way for some exceptional, strong, perhaps, new moon affirmations for the solar eclipse for you. Because you're really going to see what you truly want in your life and what really needs to go in your life, and you're making new commitments to yourself at this time. Where you want to step forward. You're deciding. You are releasing an energy that we have walked through, and you are preparing the way for a new energy to step into. We have Mars. Mars is going into Aries. It'll be 0 degrees on January the 1st. So that is your warrior. And so your voice becomes very strong and where you want to go. And don't forget the Scorpio, I forgot to say, that is in your work and career, what defines you as a person. So you're going to feel very strong and passionate about what you do and what you want to do going forward. But now your voice also gets this boost. You know, you have to be careful though, because if you don't think it through, you just might say something that could really hurt you going forward. So you want to think about your words. You want to think about what you were saying. Okay, your communication, reread that email. Don't send it till the morning, give yourself a chance to sleep on what you said in that email. And are you saying the right words? Are you using the right tone? Are you asking them to break away from you or to come closer to you and give you support? And does your message actually convey what you want to have happen? So it's a time to, your words can be extremely strong. And the three energy too is about words. A lot of writers, authors have the three energy, but they usually have a seven or something there as well. But because the three is kind of dominant on words. So the words matter. The words that we decide to use have great meaning and great depth and great weight. And for you, especially over the next several weeks, while Mars is in Aries, your words are going to have this strength, this power. So you want to think about what you were saying and to who you're saying it to and how you're saying it to really move yourself into the direction that you want to go. So Mercury will be going into Capricorn too. Uranus goes direct. I mean, there's a lot of things that are happening. So we are walking over. Expect maybe some deja vu moments in conversations that you've had in the past, some communication, where it broke down, where it started to get mended. Can we mend it going forward? Where can we build on it? Six of Swords. Somebody else got Six of Swords, so maybe it was your moon sign, maybe it was your rising, maybe this is and it's your sun sign. Don't be too quick to go forward. Now, this could be travel. This could be long distance travel. Absolutely. This could be going on trips. Symbolically, it is moving towards your future. You're leaving one shore to go to the next, to the mountains to climb, to gain success. If we go too fast, though, and too soon, if we jump the gun here, we may not have all the tools we need. So have a patience for divine timing. Okay, we don't want to step into anything over the next 2 weeks unless we really, really, really have to, because we're going to be backtracking to get some of those tools that we really need to go forward. We don't even have paddles here. We have a stick. We don't have a motor. Also, it is somebody else is probably involved, or you need their support, or you complement each other's talents and abilities. So it could be work related. If you're working on a project together, it could even be team play. Although chances are it's you and another key person. It's more one-on-one, but it is a general reading. So I don't want to just, it might be a group of people that all are like-minded and have the same values and beliefs going forward, and that person in the boat is representing the group rather than just themselves. But for most of you, it's about working together, co-creating, moving forward, leaning on each other's talents and abilities. We have the Four of Cups, so gratitude, be grateful. Sometimes we stare so much at what we didn't accomplish or what we do not have that we lose sight of the beauty that's around us, the things that we have at our disposal right now to go forward, the people in our life, the experiences in our life, the situations in our life, our surroundings, where we live, where we work, where we play, and the people that are part of that, what we have going for us, what we have working for us. And so this is an energy to remind us to take stock of those things, to look at what you actually have rather than what you lack. We have the Sun. Definitely, this is a beautiful card to have during any kind of eclipse kind of energy, eclipse kind of reading, because this is the Sun is, it's about you. It's about your beauty. It's about your path. It's about your accomplishments. Expect that aha moment that opens up a door for you that where you saw none before, and it's the light that is shining out of you. It's your empowerment. It's your strength. It's your courage. It's your knowledge. We have the Strength card. Um, it's also definitely not a time to coerce somebody or to throw ultimatums out there. They probably won't go well for you. When we lead from the center of love, okay, that person will lay down their life for us. And when we are acting out of unconditional love, we would lay down our life for them. But if we are trying to coerce, if we're trying to domineer, if we are trying to control, the first chance they get to break, they will. So, in order to truly have the long term support that you want, you have to give from the heart. You have to do it with an empathy and a compassion. You have to be there for them just as much as you expect them to be there for you. And it's through love, it's through compassion, it's through empathy that your true strength, your integrity, leads the way. I mean, it's following the sun. So, and on the other side of it is the Five of Swords. Um, watch how you use your words. You might actually push people away, um, making a stand for something without thinking it through, or at the wrong time. Pull it back. It's pulling it in. I mean, you will have Mars in Aries for a bit. So, it's okay to pull back for a week and think about what you truly want to say and to whom you want to say it in order to have the support and the buy-in and the love and the compassion come back to you. You might want to go somewhere when it comes to work, when it comes to career, and trust me, you're going to have a lot of emotion and passion around those things, and you just might be throwing an ultimatum out there to your boss, and your boss says, don't let the door hit you on the way out. So, you want to pull it back a little bit and really think things through. You don't want to cage yourself or alienate yourself in some way from going forward in I and that doesn't say that you don't go forward. It just sometimes makes it harder to go forward, and we don't need harder in our life. So think through your stance of what you were saying, of what you're standing for, your true beliefs, and sometimes people have to walk away. Um, I mean, that's life. That's relationships. That's part of the journey. We have the Hermit. The Hermit is definitely about, going off into the desert, right? Into the cave, sitting in quiet contemplation, thinking about where you are in your life, maybe how you got there. That could be part of it, absolutely. But more importantly, of where you want to go, what you want to step into. And it's devising the plan, it's seeing what steps you need to take. If you want a job in something, then maybe you need to brush up your resume. Maybe you need to start from scratch. Maybe you need to go out there and meet and greet and socialize with purpose. Maybe that's step one. Maybe it's getting a hold of an agency um, to work out a contract for you with another, be like the third party for you and getting you started, getting your first footing. Maybe you need to have a conversation with a boss or a mentor or a coworker. And what is the realistic next step? Maybe you've got an invention, a new idea. Who do you talk to? Who do you want to work on with this? Who do you think would be accepting of helping you get this off the ground? Giving you proper advice, movement forward? Who has some kind of capability or trait that you need to bring in order to really make the idea become tangible and real? That's when you come out of the cave. That's when you come out of the desert. And the Knight of Swords, we're going to have a lot of energy here. We are going to want to go fast forward. I mean, this card is so, we've been coming through the woods and it was thick with trees and we couldn't see a field to save ourselves. We just saw more trees. And we had to dismount. We had to stop for the night. We had to walk around trees that were in our way. And then there was that stream and we had to walk down until it was safe to cross. And it's just been one step forward, two step back, one step forward, two step back. And all of a sudden you hit the clearing and you jump up on the back of that horse and you hold your sword high and you yell charge. And that's exactly what that Mars energy is going to do to you. You are going to yell charge. So be careful of it. Okay? You want to hold it back a little bit. You want to see exactly where you're charging to. That there's no more pitfalls. That really, when you think that you can go straight forward, you're going to go straight forward. But know that you'll be starting to feel that energy stir inside of you. The High Priestess laying over the sun. That's where she'll go. Know your inner magic. Sit in quiet contemplation and know the magic within and how you will use that magic going forward. And, I'm laying it over the sun cards. So there's two very potent cards talking about a very beautiful future for you. And I would think work and career because it's about your talents, it's about your ability, it's about the magic, but it could be just finally letting that person out inside of you that maybe was hurt in a relationship and you're finally tearing down that wall so that you can give unconditionally for the first time in forever in a day. Or maybe breaking through somebody else's wall where they've been holding back for some reason, but it's your magic that does that. We have Temperance. Simplifying, absolutely. Okay, what is really needed on our path forward? Where is too much? Where do we need to let go? Where do we need to, maybe this is cleaning out the basement, cleaning out the attic, cleaning out the garage or the shed, the cupboards. What is going unused? Where can we simplify in our lives? This is also, a little bit of temperance is, tempering steel. If a blacksmith, I always kind of relate to the blacksmith with temperance. And it's taking that cold bar of steel and throwing it in the fire and waiting for that steel, having a patience, because if you strike the steel too soon, you're not going to get the desired result. So it's having a patience with divine timing of waiting for that steel to finally heat up until it's a blue or a red or a purple or a green, so that you can temper that steel into exactly what you want going forward. And that lays over the Strength card. So have a compassion for yourself, other people around you. Lead through love. Know that there is such a thing as divine timing. Don't try to hit the metal before it's time to. It takes time. It takes time to culture a relationship. It takes time for things to come into place so that you can truly step into it. Remember our very first card. We try and jump the gun. We're not going to have all the tools we need. And we're going to be backtracking. From this energy, we know we've backtracked more than our share. So it's time to allow a patience in. And we have the Six of Wands, the Victory card. This is typically shown as a parade. But what I've really been seeing with this card is, you've got your mission. You feel it at the core of your soul of where you want to go, of what you want to do. and it's the early morning hours, and you don't think anybody's up yet, and you're in your armor, and you're going forward to face your future, to jump into the challenge, the adventure, the excitement of it. And slowly, as people see you walking down or riding down the street, they start to come out of their houses and they start cheering your name. They start applauding you and who you are and supporting you, which tells me that, when you begin, you don't necessarily need a whole army behind you, because the army will form as you need it. The tools will show up slowly as you need it, but you need to make the decision. You need to walk the walk. So your new moon affirmations is definitely, it's very important that you make those new moon affirmations. I mean, spirituality is very high for you. So God, your angels, your spirit guides are listening. So what is it you truly want to step into? Where do you truly want to grow? Where do you want the transformation in your life? And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.